everyone, so today I thought I'd do a betta organisation video. It's just a few little bits and bobs that I have for my betta hiccup. I have this little basket so I can keep everything organised, and I tend to collect a few different things for his tank so that every now and then I can change it out a bit, because I think for him it keeps him active and interested in his tank, so it's not always the same old thing. And also for me, because I personally like and enjoy changing it out every now and then, just for a kind of a change and a chance to use various different items in his tank. So of course he has got a couple of plants and a kind of Heidi House rock bridge thing already in his tank, as well as obviously Hiccup, my betta, the tank and the gravel, but everything else is just in this basket. So the first couple of things I keep in the basket are two items I use for cleaning out the tank. I leave Hiccup in the tank when I clean it, and I usually do a percentage of a water change. I've recently done around a 90% water change, just because I did go away for a few days, so I wasn't able to do smaller changes, and he needed a larger water change because he hasn't really had one. But I usually do a kind of 30%, 40% water change. So I use this jug and cup to scoop it out so it doesn't stress him out, and it means I don't have to take him out of the tank. And then obviously I fill this back up with fresh water and put it into his tank afterwards. I then also have a net. I don't use this for him for Hiccup. I mainly use it if there are items in the tank, for example bits of dirt, and I'll scoop them out and put them in the jug. But I haven't really used it for him, but I do have it just in case I do need to use it for him, and it's just the smallest net you can get. And I also have these sponges that are for tanks. When I did my original tank tour, I mentioned that the current in the tank was too strong, and so someone recommended me buy the tank sponges and put it into the filter, and it really has helped. It means that I can keep the filter on 24/7, and the current isn't too strong where it stops or prevents Hiccup from swimming around the tank. So I've got some spare ones here, and I've got one in the filter in the tank. I then have this Tetra Weekend food for all ornamental fish, and as I mentioned at the beginning, I went away for a few days recently, and obviously I was worried about him, so I fed him before I went and as soon as I came back. But I also put this in just as a precaution, and it's just a weekend food. There's not much more to it really. I then have the food I feed him on, and it's just the Aquarian Advanced Nutrition Tropical Flake food. He really enjoys it, and I did consider changing him onto a pelleted food, but he eats this and enjoys it, and I've used this for many years, so I trust it. So I'm probably stick to this, but like I say, he does seem to enjoy that. And the last few bits and bobs in the basket are just bits of decoration that I have. Obviously, like I mentioned, I like to swap it around a bit. I have 4 decorative plants and 2 ornament type things, but I'm hoping that when I have my 15 gallon I can pretty much use the majority of them in the one tank, because obviously these are fairly small. They're not tiny, but they're small when compared with the larger ornaments you can get, so I'm hoping I can put a fair few in when I have the larger tank. But I've just got this one here. This was from my local garden centre, and a lot of you have asked where it's from because you seem to like it. It's got some decorative plants on it, and it's got holes all the way around. He absolutely loves this because he can swim in and out of it, but it does fill up a large part of the tank, but obviously he can swim in and out of it, and I really like it. I like the colours on it, it's really pretty. I then have this plant here that's just a variety of different fake plants. They're fairly soft, and apparently it glows in the dark, but I've never seen it do that, and it's a nice tall plant as well. My other plants are slightly smaller, so this is the largest one I have, and it's got a nice heavy base as well. And then the last kind of item I have is this really rubbery soft pink plant with a kind of pretend rock on the base of it. He also loves this. He likes to lie in it because it's so soft and swim through it, so that's a great one for a betta because it's not harsh at all. It's just a rubbery plant. But these are the 3 I have that are out of the tank at the minute, and as I said, and hopefully you've just seen with an overlay clip, I do have a purple plant and a green/red plant that are in the tank at the moment, and then a kind of rock/bridge type thing that he enjoys also. So that is my current organisation and the little bits of items that I have for my betta fish Hiccup. I hope you've enjoyed this different video for a change rather than the guinea pig or tortoise videos that I usually do, and I will keep you updated with tank tours and different things, and then eventually when I upgrade him from his 5-gallon to 15-gallon, I'll do videos on that. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.